है। हम कुछ नहीं कहेंगे हमारे गठबंधन के साथी दलों के बारे में, पर जो चुनाव के नतीजे आए हैं हरियाणा को लेकर, उस पर कई सवाल, गंभीर सवाल उठे हैं। उसको आगे ले चलना ईसी तक और इसी के साथ बात करना हमारा फर्ज बनता है। अगले 2-3 दिन में हम वो करेंगे और जम्मू और कश्मीर में शीघ्र ही हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि एनसी और आईएनसी गठबंधन सरकार बनेगी, एक साझा कार्यक्रम तैयार किया जाएगा और जो जनता की उम्मीदें हैं उसको पूरा करने की पूरा प्रयास करेंगे और उसमें पहले स्थान पर जम्मू और कश्मीर को पूर्ण राज्य का दर्जा वापस लौटाना है। इसके लिए एनसी भी वचनबद्ध है और इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस भी वचनबद्ध है।
हाँ, इधर पवन ने जो कहा कि जम्मू कश्मीर में जो जो आपने फैक्टर्स गिनाए वो सब सही थे, उसके बावजूद एक लग रहा था कि आपकी क्लियर रोड अहेड टू विक्ट्री है जम्मू में, जहां पर बीजेपी बहुत डाउन एंड आउट थी। क्या ये सच है कि जो रिपोर्ट्स वहाँ से आ रही हैं कि आपका पार्टी यूनिट, आपके लीडर्स, यहाँ तक कि आपका जनरल सेक्रेटरी इंचार्ज ऑफ जम्मू कश्मीर कंप्लीटली कॉम्प्रोमाइज थे और उन्होंने बीजेपी से सकम करके, कॉम्प्रोमाइज करके ये हार आपके हाथ में दी है? क्योंकि 6 सीट में ये अभी आगे हैं और कितना गिरेगी पता नहीं, या ऊपर होगी, पर ये जो सिचुएशन है जो आपने बीजेपी को विक्ट्री दी है जम्मू में, ये आपकी पार्टी के लोगों ने दी है, क्या इसे आप एग्री करेंगे?
जैसा कि मैंने कहा, जीतें या हारें उस पर तुरंत प्रतिक्रिया देना ना केवल गलत होता है, वो प्रतिक्रिया सही भी नहीं होती। बिना विश्लेषण के, बिना सबसे इनपुट लिए, बिना सब कार्यकर्ताओं से बैठक करके उनके विचार जाने, मैं नहीं मानता कि इस तरह की किसी प्रतिक्रिया पर हम कोई मोहर लगा सकते हैं।
सर,
अरे पूछ लीजिए।
सर ये जो 3 जिलों का आपने जिक्र किया, तो ये कौन से जिले हैं और कितनी सीटें इसमें प्रभावित हो रही हैं इन जिलों में, ये हम लोग जानना चाहेंगे। और थोड़ी अजीबोगरीब बात नहीं है कि एक तरफ आप जम्मू कश्मीर की जीत और आगे क्या प्रक्रिया रहेगी उसका जिक्र कर रहे हैं और दूसरी तरफ कह रहे हैं वहाँ पे जनता की जीत हुई, और दूसरी तरफ कह रहे हैं हरियाणा में अंगूर खट्टे हैं, हरियाणा में हमारी जीत छीनी गई है।
तो तब
जनता को क्या मैसेज?
अजीबोगरीब तब होता कि जब हम कहते कि नहीं साहब सब जगह खराब है मशीन। हम पूरे हरियाणा के लिए भी नहीं कह रहे कि सब जगह खराब है। हम नारनौल असेंबली का ही अगर आपको उदाहरण दें तो साफ, और ये कोई कोइंसिडेंस नहीं हो सकता, साफ सामने दिखता है, आंकड़े हैं, सब मशीनें सामने रखिए। जिन मशीनों के यूनिट की बैटरी 99% है वो मशीनें हमें हरा रही हैं। जिनकी बैटरी, और स्वाभाविक रूप से बैटरी कम होती है, 60-70% पे आई है, उसमें हम जीत रहे हैं। तो ये एक संयोग नहीं हो सकता, ना केवल नारनौल में।
All right, that's the Congress alleging foul play. We'll try and decode that and the several complaints raised by the Congress in the next few minutes. But viewers, the day has been nothing short of twists and turns, and indeed has been a Super Tuesday verdict. We start with Haryana first. In politics, remember, nothing can be ascertained until the last vote is counted. But by now, the picture is more or less clear. The BJP has done what no party managed to pull off in Haryana. It has scripted history by becoming the first party in the state to have returned to power for a 3rd consecutive time, this time under the leadership of Nayab Singh Saini. Prime Minister already has congratulated Mr. Saini. In fact, the BJP, remember, has done the unimaginable, especially after all pollsters handed over Haryana to the Congress. But as we speak, the BJP is leading on 49 seats as opposed to 36 for the Congress, and by now that number has more or less firmed up. In fact, earlier today we saw the Congress raise a few complaints with the Election Commission while alleging a delay on part of EC in updating numbers on their website. And just now you heard it from the Congress once again alleging foul play. They say there were discrepancies in counting of votes and have also raised concerns over EVMs once again in at least 3 districts, and they say there are more complaints that they're yet to receive. So they want to raise all of these complaints with the Election Commission. Though the Election Commission has called all of these allegations baseless, they say this is a malicious narrative on part of the Congress party while rejecting the charge leveled by the Congress. But all in all, viewers, it's been one of its kind of an election, with the BJP almost snatching victory from the jaws of the Congress party. Another very interesting comment that came in a short while ago was from Kumari Selja, who said there is a lot of introspection that the party high command must do. The workers are disappointed and we need to now go back to the drawing board. Listen in.
निराशाजनक है नतीजे। हम सुबह तक हमें पूरी उम्मीद थी, हमारे सभी वर्कर बहुत निराश हैं क्योंकि इन्होंने जो 10 साल सहा है कांग्रेस पार्टी के लिए, इन्होंने खून पसीना बहाया है। आज जब ऐसा नतीजा आता है तो निराश हो जाते हैं सब, निराशाजनक बात है ये। लेकिन अब हमको इन सब बातों को देखते हुए नए सिरे से आगे सोचना होगा, क्योंकि जो ये अभी चल रहा है बिजनेस एज यूजुअल, ऐसा तो नहीं चलेगा। कहाँ हमारी कमियां रही हैं, क्या कमियां रही हैं, इसके बारे में देखना होगा, कौन जिम्मेवार रहे।
मैं ये विश्वास के साथ कह रहा था कि हम जीत रहे हैं। जी बिल्कुल। मेरा कहीं भी आपको स्टेटमेंट, क्योंकि मैं ग्राउंड की रिपोर्ट ले रहा था, मेरे पास 0 ग्राउंड की रिपोर्ट थी। लोगों का जो प्यार, जो उत्साह, जो स्नेह, जो आशीर्वाद हरियाणा के लोगों का मिल रहा था, गरीब का मिल रहा था, पिछड़े का मिल रहा था, और हरियाणा के 36 बरादरी का आशीर्वाद मिल रहा था। मैं उस आधार के ऊपर कह रहा था कि हम जीत रहे हैं और बड़े मैंडेट के साथ जीत रहे हैं। ये मैंने स्पष्ट रूप से कहा था। ये आदरणीय मोदी जी की नीतियों का परिणाम है।
एक लंबे अरसे के बाद जम्मू कश्मीर में एक जमहूरी निज़ाम कायम होगा। जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों ने अपना फैसला सुनाया। वो फैसला हमारे सिर आंखों पे, अभी चंद सीटों के नतीजे आने बाकी हैं, लेकिन इस चीज़ से कोई इनकार नहीं कर सकता कि जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों ने अगर एक तंजीम को पसंद किया है वो नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस को, और जो थोड़ी बहुत कमी रह गई थी वो हमारे अलायंस के पार्टनरों ने पूरी की। अब फिलहाल तो इस मौके पे मैं सिर्फ तमाम वोटरों का शुक्रिया करना चाहूँगा जिन्होंने इलेक्शन में हिस्सा लिया और उम्मीदवारों को कामयाब किया। लेकिन क्योंकि मैं गांदरबल की सरजमीन पर खड़ा हूँ, मैं यहाँ से गांदरबल के एक वोटर का शुक्रिया करना चाहता हूँ, उनका भी जिन्होंने मुझे वोट नहीं दिया, लेकिन खासकर उनका जिन्होंने मुझे कामयाब करके दोबारा यहाँ 5 साल गांदरबल के लोगों का एज MLA खिदमत करने का जो मौका दिया है। मैंने गांदरबल के लोगों को पहले ही कहा था कि इन्हें एक दिन मेहनत करनी होगी। इन्होंने मेहनत की, वोट डाले, मुझे कामयाब किया। अब इंशाल्लाह अगले 5 साल के लिए मैं मेहनत करके गांदरबल की खिदमत करूँगा।
आप करेंगे बडगाम या गांदरबल, क्योंकि गांदरबल आपका बेस्टन रहा है यहाँ।
सर्टिफिकेट हाथ में लिए हुए अभी 5 मिनट भी नहीं हुए। मुझे साथियों के साथ बैठ के थोड़ा सा इस जीत का मजा लेने दीजिए, उसके बाद हम ये जो सवाल हैं इनके जवाब बाद में देंगे ना। अभी फिलहाल इस चीज़ पे मैं बात नहीं करूँगा। हमने लेजिस्लेटिव पार्टी की मीटिंग बुलानी है, लेजिस्लेटिव पार्टी का लीडर चुनना है, उसके बाद अलायंस के साथ बैठ के अलायंस का लीडर चुनना है। अलायंस का लीडर चुनने के बाद वी हैव टू स्टेक आवर क्लेम फॉर गवर्नमेंट। सो देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग्स दैट नीड टू बी डिसाइडेड ओवर द नेक्स्ट फ्यू डेज। सो लेट अस डिसाइड दोज other things, like which seat I will continue to represent, is something I will decide in a few days.
Mandate has been given to you by people. What is this mandate for and what is it against?
If there is one thing very clear, the people, particularly of Kashmir, and the mountains of Jammu have voted resoundingly.
You just heard the National Conference Vice President and in all likelihood soon to be Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. There most certainly is renewed josh in the National Conference. The BJP also reversing its Lok Sabha dip. We'll try and decode all of that in the next few minutes after a very short break. We'll be right back.
Chief Minister Nayab Singh Saini coming out from his residence, moving towards first the temple to offer. You can see the victory sign. You can see the victory sign of Nayab Singh Saini showing to the media and the confidence that is reflecting on his face. We'll try to speak to him. Let's see what he says.
अगर आप सैनी साहब 16,000 से ज्यादा की लीड आपको मिली है। हरियाणा की बात करो यार। हरियाणा में भी मैंडेट आपको दिया गया है। हाथ में हाथ लग जाएगा। लाडवा की जनता का लाडवा की माइक को लगने दो। मैं दिल से धन्यवाद नहीं मुंह पे पीछे रहेगा, मुंह से पीछे रहेगा। मैं उसके लिए लाडवा के लोगों का दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूँ। मैं हरियाणा के 2.80 लाख लोगों का दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूँ और अपने लोकप्रिय प्रधानमंत्री विश्व के नेता आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी के पूरा का पूरा श्रेय मैं आदरणीय मोदी जी को देता हूँ। उनके आशीर्वाद से, उनकी गाइडलाइन के अंदर उनकी जो नीतियाँ हैं, उन नीतियों के ऊपर हरियाणा के लोगों ने मोहर लगाई है। मैं हरियाणा की जनता का जहाँ दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूँ, उनको प्रणाम करता हूँ। वहीं आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में जो ये तीसरी बार हरियाणा की ऐतिहासिक जीत हुई है, इसके लिए भी मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी का धन्यवाद करता हूँ। मैं अपनी उच्च लीडरशिप का धन्यवाद करता हूँ। मैं हरियाणा के लाखों भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं का दिल से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूँ कि जिनकी कड़ी मेहनत और पसीना बहा करके उन्होंने इस ऐतिहासिक जीत का जो दिलवाई है वो पूरे धन्यवाद के पात्र हरियाणा के लोगों को दिल से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। गोहाना की जलेबी की फैक्ट्री
खेतों हाथ अलग से करो। जाने दो। उधर क्या हो यार, एक मिनट।
Okay, that's the Chief Minister Nayab Singh Saini, the man of the moment after he has put up that spectacular win, and I can't really declare it because the counting is still going on, but Saini has already put up that victory sign. He thanked the Prime Minister, he thanked the people of Haryana. He's still speaking. Let's just cut straight across and listen in. You can understand, this is the residence of the Chief Minister of Haryana, Nayab Singh Saini, so you can just imagine the mad rush just to catch his reaction. He's still speaking. We'll try and listen in. Okay, so a lot of commotion there, and obviously the BJP in celebratory mood, they're exuberant after the numbers that they have got, and no one had actually seen that coming. The BJP pulling off this impossible in Haryana, and it's Nayab Singh Saini who has been able to achieve this massive electoral surprise. He's someone who's extremely effective, very young, energetic leader. He came in place of Manohar Lal Khattar, the former Chief Minister of Haryana, and he's also someone who has been attacking the Congress party for being anti-Dalit, for not listening to the Dalit community. And now Nayab Singh Saini emerging victorious, extremely happy with the performance of the BJP, the entire party cadre as well, thanking the people of the state. And it's really unimaginable that how Haryana has emerged triumphs, beating anti-incumbency. In fact, it's a historic, historic thing that we are seeing, because no party ever has been able to achieve a hat-trick in the state of Haryana, and Nayab Singh Saini has done just that. He has achieved this hat-trick and has won from the state of Haryana, with the numbers still coming in, but it is now almost 3:30, and Nayab Singh Saini is extremely confident that his party is going to be the party who will rule for the next few years in the state of Haryana. We're going to take a very short break. The news and updates continue. Just leaving our viewers with the visuals of the Chief Minister of Haryana.
Welcome back, and well, viewers, we keep our sharp focus with the results that we're picking up both from Haryana and Jammu and Kashmir. And do remember that the Lok Sabha results reverses by many were predicted as the beginning of the decline of the Bharatiya Janata Party. But here comes a stunning comeback by the BJP in the state of Haryana, and celebrations, of course, taking place at the BJP headquarters as we speak. So I want to quickly go across to my colleagues Payal Mehta and Ananya Bhatnagar joining us on the broadcast. Payal, to you first. We've seen a turnaround in celebrations in the BJP and Congress offices earlier today and within hours. Tell us what's the mood like at the BJP headquarters. What are you witnessing?
The mood is absolutely upbeat given the fact that the Prime Minister is expected to come here in a bit from now. My video generator. But I must correct our viewers with KK Sharma. KK, आप हरियाणा में एक महीने तक थे, लगा था एक महीने में बीजेपी का फॉर्चून बदल जाएगा? आपको लगा था कि बीजेपी ये कर पाएगी? लोगों को लगा नहीं था कि बीजेपी जीत पाएगी, आपको लगा था?
हाँ, बिल्कुल। हम पहले दिन से ही बहुत विश्वास के साथ थे कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी तीसरी बार अपनी वहाँ सरकार बनाने जा रही है। देखिए, कांग्रेस का काम है इस देश में भ्रम फैलाना, भ्रांति फैलाना, झूठ बोलना, और यही भ्रम और भ्रांति उसने हरियाणा के अंदर भी पूरी तरह से फैलाने की कोशिश की थी। लेकिन हमारे जो कार्यकर्ता हैं और हमारे जो कर्मठ कार्यकर्ता हैं और हमारा जो नेतृत्व है, उसने इस भ्रम को तोड़ दिया। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की ने जो केंद्र के नीति अपनाई, जो डेवलपमेंट के काम किए, और जो हरियाणा की हमारी सरकार ने काम किया, उसका परिणाम था कि हरियाणा में हरियाणा की जनता ने पूरा हमें जनमत दिया और हमारे विकास।
राहुल गांधी विदेश भी जाते रहे, वहाँ पे भी जाति की बात करते रहे। यहाँ तक बीच में ये भी आ गया था कि बीजेपी पहले वो हटा देगी रिजर्वेशन, इसके बाद राहुल गांधी ने भी कुछ कहा। आपको लगता है कि होशियार थी हरियाणा की जनता और समझ गई कि इनके दावपेच क्या थे?
नहीं, देखिए, राहुल गांधी की विश्वसनीयता जीरो है, लेकिन वो देश में हो या विदेश में हो, भारत को बदनाम करने से कहीं नहीं चूकते। और जिस ढंग से जाके उन्होंने वहाँ विदेश में कहा कि हम आरक्षण को समाप्त कर देंगे, दलितों का आरक्षण को, इसको भी जनता ने हाथों हाथ लिया और लोगों को पता चल गया कि एक ऐसा व्यक्ति जो संविधान को लहरा के लोकसभा के चुनाव में लोगों को झूठ बोल रहा था, वास्तविक स्थिति में उसकी जो मंशा क्या है, जो उन्होंने विदेश में जाके व्यक्त की, दलितों पे अत्याचार और दलितों के हक और अधिकार को खत्म करने की बात करके राहुल गांधी ने अपनी मंशा जो जाहिर कर दी थी।
आखिरी सवाल आपका रहेगा, के आप एक महीने वहाँ पे रहे, आपने नायब सैनी को भी देखा। जिस आदमी को 6 महीने पहले लाया जाता है उसके ऊपर जिम्मेदारी दी जाती है कि आपको जिताना। अगर आप नायब सैनी है तो आपको कैसा महसूस होता है?
देखिए, नायब सैनी जी बहुत जमीनी कार्यकर्ता है, बहुत जमीनी नेतृत्व है, जमीन से निकले हैं, जमीन से उठे हैं। वो आम जनता की भावनाओं को समझते हैं, आम जनता के दुख दर्द को समझते हैं। वो बहुत ही सहज सरल व्यक्ति हैं। वो लोगों से बहुत सामान्य रूप से मिलते हैं। जनता के अंदर में उनकी लोकप्रियता बहुत थी और इस कारण से जनता ने उन्हें हाथों हाथ लिया और लोगों को लगा कि ये वही नेतृत्व है जो हमारे जो है कामों को पूरा कर सकता है, हमारे आशाओं को पूरा कर सकता है, डेवलपमेंट कर सकता है, विकास कर सकता है, हमें हरियाणा को नई ऊंचाई तक ले जा सकता है। लोगों ने जमकर उनके नेतृत्व पर विश्वास किया और जमकर वोट करके इतनी बड़ी जीत दिला दी है।
Well, of course, Crispy, that was KK Sharma with us, BJP's national spokesperson. He was appointed on part of the party to be there in Haryana for a month. He oversaw the entire preparation. As far as the situation on ground is concerned, there you see BJP General Secretary organization, BL Santosh himself, taking a notice of what really is the preparation going on. He, along with Sanjay Mayuk, is of the BJP's media coordinator, is also looking at the preparation, because in a bit from now, members of the parliamentary board, Prime Minister Narendra Modi amongst the others, will be arriving at the party headquarters. The celebratory mood is already there for everybody to see. There is of course a band which is in place over here. Many in the BJP are laughing and saying कि किसी और का band बज गया, पर हम तो band बजाएंगे. So that's the celebratory mood. And of course, like always, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will come at about 7:30 this evening at the party headquarters to congratulate the party workers and thank them for their contribution to making sure that BJP was able to see this stupendous win come across in Haryana, a chance that not many.
Oh yes, you know, Payal, with these results, the BJP has shown why it's not a pushover. You know, in the Hindi heartland, the results speak for themselves, but there's so much going on within the Congress, and infighting seems to be back in the picture. Before I take that across to Aman and the rest of my colleagues, Ananya also continues to join us from the BJP headquarters. Lot of energetic voices coming in from the BJP camp. Interestingly, as far as the Congress is concerned, on one hand, we just heard a host of leaders of the Congress alleged discrepancies. They were saying that there were problems in the way counting of votes took place. EVM malfunction was also spoken of by the Congress leaders. But here's a Congress leader from Haryana, Kumari Selja, who needs no introduction, who's called for greater accountability and transparency and introspection within the Congress. Listen in.
निराशाजनक है नतीजे. हम सुबह तक हमें पूरी उम्मीद थी. हमारे सभी वर्कर बहुत निराश हैं, क्योंकि इन्होंने जो 10 साल सहा है कांग्रेस पार्टी के लिए, इन्होंने खून पसीना बहाया है. आज जब ऐसा नतीजा आता है तो निराश हो जाते हैं सब. निराशाजनक बात है ये. लेकिन अब हमको इन सब बातों को देखते हुए नए सिरे से आगे सोचना होगा, क्योंकि जो ये अभी चल रहा है बिजनेस एज यूजुअल, ऐसा तो नहीं चलेगा. कहाँ हमारी कमियां रही हैं, क्या कमियां रही हैं, इसके बारे में देखना होगा. कौन जिम्मेवार रहे.
I want to go across to my colleague Pallavi Ghosh joining us with more. Pallavi, for now, you know, this blame game was waiting to begin, and now it's right in the open with Kumari Selja leveling all of those serious allegations, raising some very serious questions with the party high command, and that's going to only come in as a bigger challenge for the Congress, who continue to allege all was not well as far as the voting process is concerned.
I don't think Kumari Selja is going to mince her words, and in the days to come, the knives are going to be out even further. I mean, there are many who are silent, but who have a similar grievance as her, that the Huddas were given a virtual monopoly and a free hand as far as the campaign or even as far as the ticket distribution is concerned. I mean, every time we saw that the campaigns were dominated by both the Huddas, whether it's the father and the son, there were many like a Randeep Surjewala, for example, Christine, who are unhappy. I mean, Randeep Surjewala did not step out of Ketan, which is where his son was making his debut from. But as someone who was at one point in time the blue-eyed boy of Rahul Gandhi, who again is a tall Jat leader, if I can say, he's been a part of the Hudda cabinet and very close to Tenjanpat as well as to Rahul Gandhi. He was very, very clear that, you know, I'm not needed. So he didn't step out of Ketan. Similarly with Kumari Selja, the first time she actually stepped out was on her birthday, which is on the 26th of September. Again, sending out that message is that I'm going to take my own time in deciding when I want to campaign. I think what really upset her was a decision which was taken that last minute Ashok Tawar is going to be joining the Congress. He saw this, and her supporters certainly saw this as a message that, you know, there are alternatives which the Congress party is looking at as far as the Dalit vote bank is concerned. You know, she's been very vocal. She had kept quiet for a bit, but I'm sure in the days to come there will be more voices about why is it that we lost the election which we could have easily won. And why is it excessive reliance on the Huddas was a wrong strategy? So that is something which the Congress will have to rework on. The other big election which is coming up in Maharashtra, and that is going to be the other big question, Christine, is that in Maharashtra too, will the Congress end up making the same mistake? Or will the Congress learn a lesson from Haryana and decide that it's very, very important that all of them really need to get along together?
Oh yes, absolutely. You know, speaking of the Dalit vote as well, that's where Kumari Selja plays a very important role, and that's what she seems to be suggesting indirectly. The Dalit vote, remember, back in the BJP fold, if we talk about Haryana specifically, and Kumari Selja, as we all know, is a big Dalit face for the Congress in Haryana. That seems to have not worked for the Congress. Many thanks, Pallavi, for joining us with that detailed perspective. I want to go across to my colleague Ananya Bhatnagar as well, who's with us from the BJP headquarters. Ananya, this evening is going to be all about dhols, nagadas and sweets. What's going on there? Ananya, if you can hear me, what's going on at the BJP headquarters? A lot of celebrations taking place as I see. Ananya, can you hear me? I know there's a lot of music, lot of dhol nagadas going on right behind you. Can you hear me? Tell us what's going on, Ananya. Okay, we're going to find it a little difficult to get through, Ananya, given the manner in which celebrations are taking place at the BJP headquarters. Executive Editor Aman also continues to stay on with us here in the studios. Aman, you know, there are several factors that need to be spoken of. There were plans that the Congress was following closely, but over-reliance on Bhupinder Singh Hooda was one such factor. It's being spoken of by the likes of Kumari Selja, but there was a lot many other factors which perhaps the Congress didn't see would turn against it, and that includes over-reliance on Jat vote, but also underestimating the non-Jat vote and the Dalit vote for that matter.
Well, Kitswin, there's a history to why there's over-reliance on Hooda. If you see the last Haryana Assembly election, the Congress had won 31 seats, and that time Bhupinder Singh Hooda was given the charge of the campaign only about a month before the election in 2019, and Mr. Hooda's claim was always that if I had been given the charge much earlier, I would have won you the election. I think that narrative continued in the Congress, and then we saw Kumari Selja, who was the PCC chief in Haryana, being replaced by Uday Bahan Chaudhary, who was a key aide of Bhupinder Singh Hooda. Then we saw Bhupinder Singh Hooda also being given charge of the campaign much before this election. So in a way, Bhupinder Singh Hooda was convinced that under his leadership, the Jat factor will work. People in Haryana want a Jat CM, and he is the prime leader in that aspect.
But the others may have felt alienated because of that over-reliance.
Absolutely, and that's what happened. I think that is what has where Congress has lost Haryana, that its over-reliance on Bhupinder Hooda, the Jat factor, alienated leaders like Kumari Selja, who's the topmost woman Dalit leader of the party in Haryana, and 22.5% Dalit vote in Haryana seems to have moved firmly towards the BJP in this election because of that reason, because Congress was seen as doing excessive Jat politics. I think that is what has costed Congress Haryana. On the other hand, BJP played it very smartly. BJP already had the OBC voter in a big aspect with it. It was able to convince the audience that Congress is against Dalits.
The OBC vote with the BJP, the Dalit vote also significantly with the BJP, and an equal split in the Jat vote. That's what really led to the BJP victory in Haryana. To sum it up, many thanks, Aman, for that quick update. Going across to my colleagues Yash and Ananya, who are joining us from the BJP headquarters. I'm sure one of them will be able to hear us. Ananya, to you first. What's going on there?
Well, definitely, it's a mood set for the celebrations. You can see people are pouring in to hear their supreme leader, to hear the Prime Minister address these workers here, these karyakartas here. You can see the preparations are going on. The people have started to fill in the seats that have been here. If you would have spoken a little earlier, you would have seen the dhol and nagadas being played here, the bands, performing here very well. A mood is completely set. It is a twister that has come in from Haryana for the Bharatiya Janata Party. It was not expected to the people. It was not expected by the posters as well. And now finally the BJP, clinching away the Haryana, elections is something that has come as a poll twister in 2024. And very clearly, everybody here is happy. The mood for celebrations is set, and preparations are going on, and the final checks are going on, so that when the PM arrives, when in fact JP Nadda, the BJP president arrives, a warm welcome can be given to both of them, and also the celebrations can actually begin as soon as both of them arrive. But definitely the mood is all set here for, in fact, the big victory that the BJP has clinched in a Haryana twister.
Okay, since there's lots to cover at the BJP headquarters, Yash also stationed at the BJP headquarters. The Prime Minister will be speaking later this evening. How soon can we expect him there along with the JP Nadda, the BJP National President, Yash?
Well, Christine, what we are given to understand is that Prime Minister is expected to come at around 7 p.m. at the BJP headquarters and then address the workers and the Karyakartas over here, because this is a very big day for the Bharatiya Janata Party. In fact, JP Nadda will be also arriving very soon to take stock of the situation. In fact, a lot of leaders from the senior leadership are already here, from the state leadership to the central leadership. Leaders have started to arrive. In fact, like Ananya was also mentioning, the atmosphere over here is absolutely electrifying, because the BJP knows how to put up a show when they actually are able to clinch one of these elections like Haryana, because there was much chatter, there was much anticipation that this is going to be a tough one for the Bharatiya Janata Party. But at this juncture and at this point, one thing is clear, that BJP has been able to prove their mettle once again when we talk about Haryana. In fact, this also sets a very good tone for the Bharatiya Janata Party for the upcoming assembly elections when we talk about, be it Maharashtra, be it Jharkhand, or be it the national capital. Definitely something what was needed for the BJP cadre at this very juncture was this morale boost, which is definitely this win from the Haryana polls the BJP has been able to gather. And in fact, Prime Minister speaking in some time from now will also bolster the opposition's morale here, because the BJP is very clear that you can talk about anything, but the final result is that the BJP is able to clinch the elections and not to, it's not like they've just crossed the majority mark. They've won very comfortably.
Way past the majority mark, Yash. In fact, BJP has turned the clock back again with this Haryana triumph and set the stage for a more high-stakes battle ahead with Rahul Gandhi's Congress. So we're watching out for all of that very, very closely. We'll be right back after a very short break. Keep watching CNN News 18.
Chief Minister Nayab Saini coming out from his residence, moving towards first the temple to offer. You can see the victory sign. You can see the victory sign of Nayab Saini showing to the media, and the confidence that is reflecting on his face. We'll try to speak to him. Let's see what he says.
सैनी साहब 16,000 से ज्यादा की लीड आपको मिली है। हरियाणा की बात कर रहे हैं। हरियाणा में भी मैंडेट आपको दिया गया है। मेरे हाथ में हाथ लग जाएगा। लाडवा की जनता का, लाडवा के समाने का माइक को लगने दो। मैं दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूं। नहीं मुंह पे आशीर्वाद जो पीछे रहेगा, मुंह से पीछे रहेगा। मैं उसके लिए लाडवा के लोगों का दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूँ। मैं हरियाणा के 280 लाख लोगों का दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूँ, और अपने लोकप्रिय प्रधानमंत्री, विश्व के नेता आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी ये पूरा का पूरा श्रेय मैं आदरणीय मोदी जी को देता हूँ। उनके आशीर्वाद से, उनकी गाइडलाइन के अंदर उनकी जो नीतियाँ हैं, उन नीतियों के ऊपर हरियाणा के लोगों ने मोहर लगाई है। मैं हरियाणा की जनता का यहाँ दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूँ, उनको प्रणाम करता हूँ। वहीं आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में जो ये तीसरी बार हरियाणा की ऐतिहासिक जीत हुई है, इसके लिए भी मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी का धन्यवाद करता हूँ। मैं अपनी उच्च लीडरशिप का धन्यवाद करता हूँ। मैं हरियाणा के लाखों भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं का दिल से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूँ कि जिनकी कड़ी मेहनत और पसीना बहा करके उन्होंने इस ऐतिहासिक जीत का जो दिलवाई है वो पूरे धन्यवाद के पात्र हैं। हरियाणा के लोगों को दिल से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। गोहाना की जलेबी की फैक्ट्री
खेतों हाथ अलग से करो।
जाने दो। पंकज
Okay, that's the Chief Minister, Nayab Singh Saini, the man of the moment after he has put up that spectacular win. And I can't really declare it because the counting is still going on. But Saini has already put up that victory sign. He thanked the Prime Minister. He thanked the people of Haryana. He's still speaking. Let's just cut straight across and listen in. You can understand, this is the residence of the Chief Minister of Haryana, Nayab Singh Saini, so you can just imagine the mad rush just to catch his reaction. He's still speaking. We'll try and listen in. Okay, so a lot of commotion there, and obviously the BJP in celebratory mood, they're exuberant after the numbers that they have got, and no one had actually seen that coming. The BJP pulling off this impossible in Haryana, and it's Nayab Singh Saini who has been able to achieve this massive electoral surprise. He's someone who's extremely effective, very young, energetic leader. He came in place of Manohar Lal Khattar, the former Chief Minister of Haryana, and he's also someone who has been attacking the Congress party for being anti-Dalit, for not listening to the Dalit community. And now Nayab Singh Saini emerging victorious, extremely happy with the performance of the BJP, the entire party cadre as well, thanking the people of the state. And it's really unimaginable that how Haryana has emerged triumphs, beating anti-incumbency. In fact, it's a historic, historic thing that we are seeing, because no party ever has been able to achieve a hat-trick in the state of Haryana, and Nayab Singh Saini has done just that. He has achieved this hat-trick and has won from the state of Haryana, with the numbers still coming in, but it is now almost 3:30, and Nayab Singh Saini is extremely confident that his party is going to be the party.
Welcome back. In this edition, let's also talk about more. We're learning as far as BJP's strategy in Haryana is concerned. Remember, the RSS support has been one of the contributing factors in BJP's Haryana win, and now we're learning in the latest that RSS held 16,000 meetings in Haryana alone. 6,000 villages in the state were covered with a door-to-door campaign. I want to go across to my colleague Madhuparna Das joining us with more details. Madhuparna, we do know that there was a little bit of a revival in the saffron cadres after the Lok Sabha dip, but tell us a little bit about RSS contribution, especially in rural areas, to win back vote for the BJP.
So the RSS in Haryana has been organizing large-scale outreach initiatives as part of its expansion and consolidation strategy post the general election result. And one such effort involves meetings held across 16,000 locations in the state aimed at strengthening their grassroots presence. These meetings likely to generally focus on ideological discussions. This is also about voters awareness campaign, and this is also about mobilization efforts and training for RSS members to further their influence in various sectors of society, particularly at the village level. And this 6,000 villages mentioned suggests that a significant part of this outreach is targeted especially at the rural areas, where the RSS has been focusing on building local networks and extending its reach. By engaging at the village level, they generally aim to create a stronger presence in Haryana's socio-political fabric, and they do it in every state. So this is possibly to bolster their influence in future elections and to counter other political or social narratives.
And Madhuparna, it seems to have worked for the BJP, isn't it? They relied on RSS support to win back rural votes in Haryana, and the RSS, just like the BJP, has managed to deliver on the same. But many thanks for joining us with that latest update. Some in the Congress, though, are in denial about results in Haryana. Bhupinder Singh Hooda speaking live. Let's cut across and listen into what he has to say.
देखिए, जो रिजल्ट आए हैं उनसे अचंभित हैं हम, और हम अपनी बीजेपी अचंभित है कि उनका देखा आपने क्या माहौल था। ये जैसे पूरे प्रदेश में माहौल था, उसके विपरीत ये नतीजे आए हैं। जो माहौल बना हुआ था मीडिया का भी, और जो आपके जितने भी सीनियर वो हैं एनालिस्ट हैं उनका भी ये है। तो अब लोकतंत्र है ये, और तंत्र एक अलग चीज़ होती है। तंत्र का कितना रोल है इसकी जांच करेंगे हम। क्योंकि बहुत सारी सीटें थोड़ी थोड़ी वोटों से आ रहे हैं, हम थोड़ी थोड़ी वोटों से आ रहे हैं और कई जगह से शिकायतें भी मिली हैं, कहीं बैटरी की शिकायत मिली है, कोई मिली है, और जिस प्रकार से लोडिंग हुई है, मतलब डिले वो हुई है, उसके हिसाब से भी है। लेकिन नहीं आओ, वो हमारे जो है AICC वाले इलेक्शन कमीशन मिलेंगे, सारी बात कहेंगे, लेकिन इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं, आश्चर्यचकित हुई।
सर क्या बड़ा कारण मानते हैं आप? सर क्या बड़ा,
आपने एक तंत्र की बात कही, लेकिन एक कांग्रेस के अंदर भी एक तंत्र काम कर रहा था। कोई लीडर 6 दिन के लिए प्रचार करने नहीं जाता है, कोई लीडर दिल्ली में बैठ के केवल इंटरव्यू करता है, वो उस तंत्र
नहीं, कांग्रेस एकजुट थी, ये तो आप लोगों की बात कहानी थी। अब बीजेपी का तो आप देख रहे नहीं, विद साहब कहीं घर से नहीं निकले, रामविलास जी शर्मा जी टिकट काट दी गई थी, वो तो अलग बात है। देखो, कोई भी प्रजातांत्रिक पार्टी होगी, लोकतांत्रिक पार्टी होगी, मतभेद स्वाभाविक हो सकते हैं, लेकिन मनभेद किसी का नहीं था।
साहब, कुमारी शैलजा ने आज सवाल उठाया है कि प्रॉपर कोऑर्डिनेशन नहीं था, तालमेल नहीं रखा गया था प्रॉपर। कुमारी शैलजा ने कहा है
कोऑर्डिनेशन रखना किसका काम है? सबका काम है कोऑर्डिनेशन। कौन सा कोऑर्डिनेशन का मतलब?
की बात जब आप कर रहे हैं तो क्या आप EVM की ओर इशारा कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि आपकी पार्टी ने कहा कि स्लो रिजल्ट जो है वो अनाउंस किए जा रहे थे।
Chief Minister Nayab Singh Saini coming out from his residence, moving towards first the temple to offer. You can see the victory sign. You can see the victory sign of Nayab Singh Saini showing to the media and the confidence that is reflecting on his face. We'll try to speak to him. Let's see what he says.
अगर आप सैनी साहब 16,000 से ज्यादा की लीड आपको मिली है, हरियाणा की बात कर रहे हैं, हरियाणा में भी मैंडेट आपको दिया गया है। हाथ में हाथ लग जाएगा,
लाडवा की जनता का, लाडवा की सामान्य का
माइक को लगने दो,
धन्यवाद
नहीं मुंह पे
जो आशीर्वाद, जो
पीछे रहेगा, मुंह से पीछे रहेगा,
मैं उसके लिए लाडवा के लोगों का दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूँ। मैं हरियाणा के 2 करोड़ 80 लाख लोगों का दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूँ और अपने लोकप्रिय प्रधानमंत्री, विश्व के नेता आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी के पूरा का पूरा श्रेय मैं आदरणीय मोदी जी को देता हूँ। उनके आशीर्वाद से, उनकी गाइडलाइन के अंदर, उनकी जो नीतियाँ हैं, उन नीतियों के ऊपर हरियाणा के लोगों ने मोहर लगाई है। मैं हरियाणा की जनता का यहाँ दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूँ, उनको प्रणाम करता हूँ। वहीं आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में जो ये तीसरी बार हरियाणा की ऐतिहासिक जीत हुई है, इसके लिए भी मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी का धन्यवाद करता हूँ। मैं अपनी उच्च लीडरशिप का धन्यवाद करता हूँ। मैं हरियाणा के लाखों भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं का दिल से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूँ कि जिनकी कड़ी मेहनत और पसीना बहा करके उन्होंने इस ऐतिहासिक जीत का जो दिलवाई है, वो पूरे धन्यवाद के पात्र हैं। हरियाणा के लोगों को दिल से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
गोहाना की जलेबी की फैक्ट्री
खेतों हाथ अलग से करो।
उधर क्या हो यार, एक मिनट।
Okay, that's the Chief Minister, Nayab Singh Saini, the man of the moment after he has put up that spectacular win. And I can't really declare it because the counting is still going on. But Saini has already put up that victory sign. He thanked the Prime Minister. He thanked the people of Haryana. He's still speaking. Let's just cut straight across and listen in. You can understand, this is the residence of the Chief Minister of Haryana, Nayab Singh Saini, so you can just imagine the mad rush just to catch his reaction. He's still speaking. We'll try and listen in. Okay, so a lot of commotion there, and obviously the BJP in celebratory mood, they're exuberant after the numbers that they have got, and no one had actually seen that coming, the BJP pulling off this impossible in Haryana. And it's Nayab Singh Saini who has been able to achieve this massive electoral surprise. He's someone who's extremely effective, very young, energetic leader. He came in place of Manohar Lal Khattar, the former Chief Minister of Haryana, and he's also someone who has been attacking the Congress party for being anti-Dalit, for not listening to the Dalit community. And now Nayab Singh Saini emerging victorious, extremely happy with the performance of the BJP, the entire party cadre as well, thanking the people of the state. And it's really unimaginable that how Haryana has emerged triumphs, beating anti-incumbency. In fact, it's a historic, historic thing that we are seeing, because no party ever has been able to achieve a hat-trick in the state of Haryana, and Nayab Singh Saini has done just that. He has achieved this hat-trick and has won from the state of Haryana, with the numbers still coming in. But it is now almost 3:30, and Nayab Singh Saini is extremely confident that his party is going to be the party who will rule for the next few years in the state of Haryana. We're going to take a very short break. The news and updates continue. Just leaving our viewers with the visuals of the Chief Minister of Haryana, who is thanking the people and the Prime Minister of India for this victory.
Chief Minister Nayab Singh Saini coming out from his residence, moving towards first the temple to offer, and you can see the victory sign.
Namaste, Jai Hind. It's the battle for the states, ladies and gentlemen. Your continuous coverage here at CNN News 18. Thank you for staying with us right through the day. It's been a day of upsets, a day of expectations being belied, and in certain cases, expectations and trends being met. If the exit polls maintained and held their trend in Jammu and Kashmir, what a turnaround that it's been of fortunes as far as Haryana is concerned. Bhupinder Hooda and the Congress party is still not willing to believe it. The exit pollsters perhaps being made to eat the humble pie once too often in these kind of two-way fights, ladies and gentlemen. And the BJP quietly confident in coming back. There are stories within the stories, and we will talk about this through the course of the next 4 hours here at CNN News 18 and in the battle for the states. I'm Anand Narasimhan. With me, Zaka Jacob, Managing Editor, CNN News 18 on the magic wall, and that's a different story there to talk about. We've got Zaka Jacob here on the wall, and Rahul Shivshankar, our Consulting Editor.
there with his list of takeaways, and I see you've made a lot of notes, and you've been turning pages and also notes on your phone, and lots of data to be shared. Rashid Kidwai, Aarti Tikku, Nalin Mehta with us. They all have their insights. But before we get into all of that, ladies and gentlemen, before we even get into the magic wall, here are some of the big takeaways, and all these takeaways will soon become talking points. Let's try and signpost all of this. It's a historic hat-trick, ladies and gentlemen, a historic hat-trick for the BJP in the state of Haryana. It's a never before that a non-Jat has become the chief minister for the third time. Never before a party has continued to hold sway for the third time. It's a historic hat-trick for the BJP there. Little impact of Kisan, Pahalwan and Jawan, Agniveer wrestlers and farmers that's been seen. Congress's quote-unquote status within the India bloc, does it find itself reduced or marginalized? A taunt from the allies that also haunts. Overconfidence has come back. Once again, what a reminder by Omar Abdullah in Jammu and Kashmir. Has that also perhaps hurt lackadaisical attitude or overconfidence in Haryana? Or did they not see what was happening in terms of the mobilization? Or is it the RSS machinery? 16,000 meetings across 6,000 villages. Amazing kind of work that's happened on ground by the RSS. So, bina RSS ke kya BJP saksham hai? That's the real double engine. That's the big question that will be asked. Samvidhan under attack, narrative fails. Jat anger overcome to a large extent because 50% of the Jat votes have gone. That's what the indications are to the BJP. Shot in the arm ahead of the Maharashtra polls. Look who come out and celebrates this victory in Haryana first. It's the Maharashtra Deputy CM, Devendra Fadnavis. So clearly there is going to be a knock-on effect there based on what's happened in Haryana. And of course we will talk about what's happening in Jammu and Kashmir. Again, a historic mandate for the BJP and never before vote share that the BJP is polled in Jammu and Kashmir. We'll talk about all of that. But first, Haryana, ladies and gentlemen. And Zaka Jacob, that wall, that color, that map, does it mirror 2019 or is it looking a little better?
It is in fact looking a little better. It's looking 8 seats better because remember last time around the BJP managed to come back to power with the help of the JJP, with the help of what is essentially a Jat party. This time there was so much talk around Jat anger. Let's take a look at how that cookie, how it crumbled, if you will. The Jat seats, again, largely around this belt, Rohtak, Hisar, Jeend, it's actually an even split. It's an even split between the BJP and the Congress, 15 to the Congress, 13 to the BJP, but the gains are exactly the same for both BJP and Congress. So 4 gains for the BJP, 4 gains for the Congress. Now, if Jat anger was so overwhelming and so all-pervasive, then this would have been much higher for the Congress. It would have been +5 or +8 for the Congress, and this again would have been a higher figure. If you go back and look at 2019, this is 15-13. Look at 2019. It was 11 to the Congress, it was 9 to the BJP. So the BJP has actually increased its performance in terms of seats from 9 to 13 now. It's the JJP that had 6 seats, but the Congress was not able to encash on the JJP, the others and the INLD. That's 10 seats. Now, if there was so much overwhelming Jat anger as was being conveyed, then this 10 seats should have gone to the Congress. The Congress's tally should have been 21. But instead, what do we have? Instead, the Congress is stuck at 15, the BJP at 13. So, somewhere down the line, that Jat anger got split up. So, whatever anger the Jats had with the BJP, they managed to sort of pacify them. Certainly in some pockets, this pocket here, this is around Bhiwani, Mahendragarh, that belt. And certainly in the Sonepat, Panipat, which is of course urban constituencies, they managed to sort of pacify them. These 3 seats, Uchana Kalan, which was JJP, Dushyant Chautala's seat, that seat I believe has been won by the BJP candidate by 32. Less than 100 votes.
32 votes is what the number
32
shows.
votes is what they have won by. So these 3 seats, which were again JJP seats, have gone to the BJP. So really, in that sense, what the BJP managed to do, at least as far as this big all-pervasive headline that reporters were talking about, exit pollsters were talking about, Congress party was also talking about Jat anger, Kisan, Pahalwan, Jawan, that seems to have split between the Congress and the BJP. The Congress is not the sole beneficiary. The BJP has managed to win over a large number of the Jats.
Quickly, want to look at Dalit and OBC. If that's the case, let's look at the numbers overall, how they have stacked up. These were all the aspects. Dalits are angry. Congress is Dalit plank. Rahul Gandhi pushing that. How did they vote?
Again, you know, there are 17 reserved constituencies in Haryana. 17 SC reserved constituencies. The Congress won 9. The BJP won 8. As far as gains, the BJP had 1 extra, 3 gains from last time. The Congress just 2 gains from last time. JJP lost 4. Again, the point I'm making is the losses of the JJP are evenly split between the Congress and the BJP. If there was, again, all-pervasive Dalit anger, the Samvidhan Bachao and all of that, if it actually translated on the ground, this number instead of +2 should have been +5. This number instead of 9 should have been in double digits. But that is not the case. That is not how the Dalit reserved constituencies in Haryana have voted. So on the 2 major voting blocks, the Jats and the Dalits seem to have split between the Congress and the BJP. The others, the non-Jat OBCs and perhaps, you know, the non-dominant Dalit caste have been with the BJP. So the Congress was not able to, you know, make inroads into those sections, whereas the sections that the Congress was depending on have not entirely gone with the Congress. They have split between the Congress and the BJP.
Well, I'm just going to request our team that when they zoom in onto the magic wall, they should keep the filter also visible. So the SC reserve right on top, the overall, when you get in onto the close-up, just make sure that is also visible to the viewer when we're seeing that. We are live, so I'm just communicating it to our team. Rahul Shivshankar, your big takeaways, and then we can take it into our guests. Yeah.
Well, very quickly, as we had discussed a little earlier in the edit meeting right after the results crystallized, Moditwa's appeal is intact, just like Modi's mojo. Let's be very honest. But I'm not so sure about Rahul Gandhi's casteism. And as this result, as we deep dive it and we actually look at how solid the BJP's performance has been actually in Haryana, a large number of those narratives that was built by the Congress and its ecosystem will start looking a little hollower. So Rahul Gandhi was banking very heavily on this caste card as perhaps the guarantor of upward mobility to those most needy in our society. Has that card lost its sheen? Fundamental question. And what does that actually do now for the Congress party and its strategy team? Will they now sort of recalibrate? Will they have to then begin to go back to the drawing board and look at where perhaps they need to sharpen the focus? Maybe they over-invested in this entire enterprise of suggesting that Modi is destroying the constitution. Remember, for 10 years, Modi has been in power. He has been Prime Minister. And so far, no one can actually say that he has ripped apart the spirit of the constitution. And whenever some of the decisions that he has taken, the vital ones, have been challenged in the Supreme Court, more often than not, the Supreme Court has come out and suggested that Modi was working within the framework of the constitution. People can begin to see through very easily rhetoric because it is usually not based in fact. Now the Congress party will have to go back to the drawing board. Most importantly, Anand, ahead of Maharashtra and Delhi, BJP has the momentum behind it again. And the Congress is walking away feeling that once again in the Hindi belt and once again in direct fights with the BJP, it flounders.
See, what the Congress has a lot of issues right now. It's complaining quite a bit because there are a lot of tight fights and close fights. So let's just quickly take you through that. But the knock-on effect on Maharashtra, Priyanka Chaturvedi immediately trying to say it's not Maharashtra is different. But Devendra Fadnavis out there to say, see, look what we have done in Haryana and we're going to win. We now got he's trying to energize the cadre and say we now have to go and make this point in Maharashtra.
Because perceptions
it
matter.
A difference.
Imagine had the BJP lost
Correct. And it would have been a bummer for the BJP and it would have energized the Congress cadre.
I mean, just the fact that the BJP fell short of a majority in the Lok Sabha was enough for the Congress to say we won the election.
Koi 99 out of 543 like a jeet raha tha and koi 242 la karke haar raha tha. But that was the story then. I just want to quickly show you the close fights and this is an interesting talking point and then we'll open it up here. Uchanakala by BJP defeating the Congress by a margin of just 32 votes. Okay, so the Congress is a little worried there. But in Dabwali, the INLD defeated the Congress by 610 votes. In Loharu, the Congress defeated the BJP by 792 votes. In Sadhaura, Congress defeated the BJP by 1699 votes. In Dadri, BJP defeating the Congress by 1957 votes. In Panchkula, Congress defeating the BJP by 1997 votes. So there have been other tight fights, but overall it looks like eventually the BJP will hold on or consolidate.
Can I just add to that? There are only 8 seats in all of 90, so that's less than 10% of the seats, which are margins less than 2,000. And out of those 8 seats, Congress is actually winning 5. So to say that, EVMs have been hacked or that, the margins have been cut down by vote katwas or third party players or whatever, again does not hold true, because the Congress has won a bulk of those tight fight seats. In fact, it's a gain of 1 from 2019. The BJP has not gained anything from 2019. So again, the tight fight seats have actually gone to the Congress. So this whole thing about, EVMs have been rigged or EVMs have been tuned in a way that it's only supporting the BJP in close fights, that's not true.
Let me be mischievous as only I can be.
Yeah.
What has the Congress been calling the Prime Minister all these days? Non-biological Prime Minister. Now it appears that those words were prophetic, because it would only have taken, as I said, unearthly audacity to pull off this stunt, which is to reverse the complete tide of both public perception and supposed opinion in Haryana.
But Nalin Mehta has been looking at some of the numbers. So number of seats where the Congress is just marginally ahead vis-a-vis the number of seats where the BJP is marginally ahead also is a big difference. 8 or 9 seats, you had looked at those numbers sometime back?
Yeah, so when I was looking at those ones, those were evenly split, and they were, in fact, in more of them BJP was trailing than Congress. So in that sense, if anything, BJP would gain in that comparison.
That was a 10-3 ratio at one time.
Yeah, 10-3. Yes, Rashid Kitwai?
Yeah, no, I am saying that whatever Rahul Shivshankar was saying about, Mr. Modi, regaining that kind of primacy in Indian politics, that would always be there. But Rahul, by no stretch of imagination, the Congress is not going to withdraw what it has been saying, or for that matter, India Alliance. You see, in Haryana, it was a Congress story and that flopped, I agree with you. But in Maharashtra, it is going to be India Alliance's story. And the results may be very different. The best part about Indian politics is nothing gets settled. Electoral victory here or there is not going to make a qualitative difference. Not that the Congress is going to go back to barracks or abandon its trust on consensus.
You know the Congress party better than any of us here in this panel. What are they saying? From saying we'll get 50 plus, we'll get 60 plus, even pollsters, those are the other class of people who honestly have to be asking themselves some hard questions today.
Yeah.
What are they saying? Like, what led to this? No one predicted this. 48 for BJP, 37 for Congress will be the tally at the end of counting day.
So Zaka, what happens if your spin doctor gets it wrong, your pollster gets it wrong, your in-house surveys go wrong? There were 90 seats, 3 surveys, and all 3 surveys it predicted 60 seats. In fact, the candidate selection was also done on the basis of very, so to say, scientific matter by a big pollster who has a sort of position in Karnataka government, and it goes wrong. So
it's not a close fight. See, I can understand if it goes wrong. If everybody predicted, BJP has a slight edge or Congress has a slight edge. Every poll, everything that came from Haryana said, Congress is getting 50 plus or 55 plus or 60 plus. This is not that. This is not just getting the margins wrong. This is getting the overall direction itself wrong.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That is a problem.
Even the vote shares also, they've got the vote shares wrong. Everybody is off by at least 2.5 to 3%, and that's a lot when you're largely looking at a two-horse race, two-horse fight. Charu Pragya and Shyam Prasad Meka with us. Charu Pragya, the BJP seems to be really upping the ante on this. So we've got Prime Minister coming to the BJP headquarters at 7:30 p.m. It's been a phenomenal performance even in Jammu and Kashmir as per the BJP, because they say highest vote share. The party with the highest vote share is the BJP. That's the coinage. But the party which is going to now form government is the National Conference along with the Congress party. Here, how important is this Haryana win going to be for Maharashtra? Is this perhaps a galvanizer for the BJP cadre?
Oh, always. A good win is always a galvanizer, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. It feels great, and honestly, I have been on air since 7 a.m. this morning, Anand. I am still full of energy because we have won this election. See, at the end of the day, when you're not winning, you do feel bad. It's like we have fought every single seat. victory or loss. That's why I sometimes wonder, how does Rahul Gandhi lose election after election? At last count, this was 88 elections that Congress has lost under his leadership. How does he take it? How do the people in Congress manage? Because for us, losing a few seats here and there will also put us in a really, really sad mood. And I'm not leading a party or contesting from any seat. Also, this was an election that Congress was slated to win in a huge way, in a big way. Yet Mr. Gandhi saw it fit to travel abroad on a day which could have been a massive celebration for his entire cadre. Shouldn't he have been here? And since it's become a loss, shouldn't he have been here to pick up the pieces of their broken hearts, if any? So I really don't understand the way that political party works. But
it's just amazing to see how the BJP keeps so much more close tabs on what the Congress is doing, how many they have lost and where their leader is, rather than keeping tabs on what they did. Now, in this case, would you not credit the 16,000 meetings, gram meetings that across the 6,000 villages that the RSS has done? After that Kerala meeting, Samanvay meeting, the RSS and the BJP seems to have mended, and that seems to have helped you here in the last 56-60 days.
Absolutely, Anand, and I said that on your last show this afternoon. RSS and BJP are a part of each other. If there are certain tiffs, then we have to work at them like a family and iron them out. I would like to also say something about Jammu and Kashmir. You said that BJP is talking about the vote percentage.
We'll come to Jammu and Kashmir in a bit. We're talking Haryana. Shyam Prasad Mekha ji, Rahul fail ho gaye ki Bhupinder Hooda fail ho gaye?
No. See, first of all, we don't think we have failed. First point is, we ran a very good campaign. We brought the issues out. Even by this result, Congress is in a better position than where it was in 2019. Okay. So now, there are questions on how it happened, where it happened, why it happened. Yeah, we will deal with that. So there is nothing like, okay, Charu might get back to Rahul Gandhi very quickly, and because we don't think that way. We are not one person run organization like the BJP. Now they are in a hurry to put up the posters of Prime Minister all over the place, creating him with the victory. Yes, by all means do that. But he ran away from the campaign. That was there to see for everybody. So that's not the point. Our agenda, our campaign, what we went to the election, went to the people, are the issues that are still the people's issues. We'll continue to fight
on that point about whether you're touching a chord with the people's issues, Mr. Mekha, I just want to tell you that obviously that one attack that, Mr. Modi's governance has underwhelmed over the last few years, that plank now will definitely weaken, at least when it comes to perceptions. Let me just give you a statistic, and this might sort of illustrate the point that I'm making. Haryana is the 11th state where the BJP has returned to power, cementing its status as the natural party of governance. Can you believe it? In the last 10 years, the Congress has not returned even once in a state across the Indian Union. Not once. So look at the numbers. And these are not unsubstantial states. Of course, there are smaller states in the northeast. There's Goa. But we're talking about Uttar Pradesh. We're talking about some major Hindi heartland states. And I'm not even talking about the states where the BJP has now entered, where it was never a force before, which is further east and of course in the south. So look, there is a qualitative difference now. The BJP comes back into the game saying that, look, you guys are cooking up stories about joblessness, unemployment. Yes, there is stress in the economy, no doubt. But don't think that the people don't trust us to solve their problems.
I have a tactical difference between the Congress and the BJP as far as Haryana is concerned. So BJP, obviously, this is an old playbook going back to Mr. Modi's days as Chief Minister in Gujarat. They changed a large number of sitting MLAs. So BJP changed 16 out of their 40 MLAs that they had in 2019. They changed 16. 12 of them won. Wow. The changed candidates, 12 out of 16 won. 4 out of those 16 lost. The Congress, on the other hand, this is the opposite side of the strategy. The Congress, on the other hand, if you go back and look at 2019, they had 31 MLAs. Of those 31 MLAs, they repeated 26 of those MLAs. You know how many of those 26 won? Only 11. 15 of them lost. And today the difference between Congress and BJP is 11 seats.
11 seats.
15 sitting MLAs of the Congress party lost. I think that was a tactical mistake.
Yeah, not just that. Bhupinder Hooda decided 80% of the card.
73 out of 90 candidates.
73 out of
Mr. Hooda's
90 candidates were decided by Bhupinder Hooda. So,
what this result
will he
shows,
be retired now?
If I can add to what Zaka and Rahul was saying, what this election shows is the BJP's ability for course correction very fast. 3 months ago, this is a state where it had lost half the seats. Right, vote share had come down significantly. By the point you made, by the way, in UP they didn't do as well as they could have because precisely because they didn't change the seats. They've done a course correction. The three things have changed between then and now in 3 months. What has changed in Haryana in 3 months? One, that they went back to the ground basic and they learned the lessons. They took the lessons from this, right? Second, they made a lot of changes on the ground level in terms of promises and so on with the Kisans, with the Agniveers. The Agniveer was a real issue in Haryana. Third, they've managed to restore their social coalition. So there was an erosion of OBCs, there was an erosion of Dalits in particular, which hurt BJP also in UP and other parts of Hindi heartland, and there was a question mark over the Jat vote. So what the result is showing us is that in the reserve constituencies, if you can drop the filters, Zaka, the BJP has won a large number of the reserve seats.
Yeah.
So the Dalit vote, which was deserting the BJP because of fears of the constitution being changed, a lot of it is managed to
let
recover.
Shyam Prasad make a weigh in on this as Zaka calls this up. Shyam Prasad make a Kisan, Jawan, Pahalwan. All three have fizzled out. Has the Agniveer bogey now been negated by the BJP in Haryana? If they've negated it in Haryana, then nowhere else should it work. And also with the Kisan, the MSP being announced has worked. For them, Nayab Singh Saini in 56 days post the model code of conduct was removed, post the results being declared. Then immediately after that, they've gotten down to work. Isn't that manifest here, sir?
I don't think so. See, the Kisan, the Jawan and the Pahalwan, all of them were ill-treated. They were unhappy. That is still an issue. If just by getting an election result, the BJP can't do that mistake of taking everybody for granted. No, these are still the issues on the ground, and we will continue to fight for those people. We are not going to back off.
See, because if the anti-incumbency, you would also appreciate that if there was anti-incumbency and there was huge dissonance, like it was perceived around the time Lok Sabha elections happened, then the BJP should not have got similar vote share as the Congress. 80% of the votes is between these two parties, Congress and the BJP. So the BJP should not have got 40% of the votes in this election if it was huge anti-incumbency. And the Congress should have got at least 50% of the votes if it was huge pro-incumbency, pro the challenger, pro-Congress wave.
See, that's the way politics is to be practiced.
You will admit that the Congress got something wrong, right? You will admit that the Congress got. What do you think the Congress got wrong? In your own wisdom, I am asking. Where do you think?
Yeah, I will come to that, but not at this moment. So okay, so we will come to that. Okay,
no, why not this moment?
I have my.
You can give us one insight into where do you think one particular point where perhaps had they done this, the result could have been different.
No, not at this point. We all gave our inputs. The party will come out and then we will come out with that. So now the simple thing is the art of politics is you will always be in a minority with your ideas. Then you build majority around your ideas. That's the long term.
I agree, but here it was you would also agree that this was a state which the Congress thought it had in its kitty. This was Congress's election to lose, because everybody, even the common person walking around in Noida would say Haryana to 70 seat Congress leke ja rahi hai. This was in June, July. This was the conversation.
Let me tell you, so what changed? Someone from very high, from very high up in government has sent a bunch of photographs of the Prime Minister L.K. Advani, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the Prime Minister, and of course the three Lals. Emphasizing the point that the Jat vote was never really alienated from the BJP, that this was a chimera. The text reads, from Devilal ji to Bhajanlal ji to Bansilal ji, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has worked alongside all three Lals, the stalwarts of Haryana politics. This is to rub in the point that you people believed that the Jats were alienated from the Bharatiya Janata Party. But this is not quite the case. We have had a historic relationship with the Jat community.
Correct. But you would also say that we should turn around and tell the BJP, you still don't have 50%, you still don't have 50% of the voters' confidence. The BJP has still got 3% less than the Lok Sabha vote share. And if you have turned around things, it should have been more than the Lok Sabha vote share. That's not, in a two-horse race, you should have got at least 45 to 50%, because that should have said that, oh, it's a massive pro-incumbency wave and there is no anti-incumbency at all. 50% of the Jats have still not voted for you, Charu Pragya. When I say you, the BJP.
Anand, I wanted to say this. Yes, as Mr. Meka says, there were issues which were very important in this election. But what have the people
Charu Pragya, interrupting you. Sorry, we got the MOSPMO, Dr. Jitendra Singh joining us. Dr. Jitendra Singh, he's got a flight to catch, so just quickly going across. Jammu and Kashmir, 49, 29, 9 and 3, sir. How would you look at this? BJP has done better than before in Jammu, best ever in Jammu. Overall, they say the vote share is fantastic.
Yes.
But you are not forming government. The BJP will sit in opposition.
At the outset, thank you, Anand, for having me over here. I would use this opportunity to thank the voters for having reposed such a tremendous confidence in BJP, and also wish all the winners a very good tenure to serve the nation and serve the cause of Jammu and Kashmir. Having said that, as you rightly said, this is possibly the best ever performance of BJP in Jammu and Kashmir. We already 29, it might go further also. We have also increased our vote share. In fact, our vote share is possibly the largest. We have a significant vote share in Jammu region, also in the Kashmir Valley, which is quite a departure from the past when carrying a BJP flag in Kashmir Valley was itself a taboo. You can remember all those stories and anecdotes against those Tiranga Yatras being carried out by Modi ji and Murli Manohar Joshi. This is no longer so. So you have a BJP flag and a Tiranga flag flying aloft every third building in Srinagar today. And the electioneering and the campaign in the valley was carried in the same format, in the same way, with the same festivity as it is done in the rest of the country anywhere else. And I think this is also a huge acknowledgement and recognition of a new kind of a political culture which has been sought to be introduced in the last 10 years.
Out of 47 seats, sir, in Kashmir, the BJP contested 17. आपको लगता है आपको और मेहनत करनी चाहिए, because in those 17, in 5 you are second, in 5 you are third. So 10 में आप podium finish कर रहे हैं, second, third का कुछ count नहीं था, but the BJP has got some votes there. Do you think you should have put in some more heart and effort?
Yes, absolutely.
In fighting directly in Kashmir?
There is. No, I agree with you. There is always scope to work harder. But having said that, let's also appreciate the fact, and I think I hats off to all our Karyakartas. It's been such a tremendous journey from where we were and from where BJP was. And I think this is also to a great extent a credit to the kind of culture that has been sought to be introduced in the last 10 years under Prime Minister Modi, because here we always had the grievance of one region being discriminated against the other, one section of society being discriminated against the other, कि वहाँ सारी नौकरियाँ चली गई, यहाँ नहीं आए, यहाँ project लगा, यहाँ नहीं आया. In the last 10 years, under Prime Minister Modi, we have succeeded in giving a very equitable share to each region.
पर वोट ऐसे नहीं पड़े सर. Rahul Shankar and Zaka Jacob with me.
Sought to be, which
Dr. Jitendra Singh, this is Rahul Shankar.
I said, just 1 second. Yeah. I said all those misgivings and misconceptions which are sought to be spread or perpetuated by the Congress party about BJP seem to be weaning away, as it happened in the Northeast.
Right.
So I think that's a healthy departure.
So that of course is one way to look at it. But Dr. Singh, there has been evidence of a lot of work in Kashmir.